Welcome back to Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. This week, you know about actors and the movies they make, but how did those actors get there? Well, we talked to some people who know how that happens.
This week, it's all lights, camera, parents. We speak to the bloodline predecessors of stars. That's right, the moms and dads that bring their little celebrities to auditions.
You wouldn't see a kid on screen without them having parents. And it's time for them to get the spotlight. So we get them off from the ground where they're always sitting to come into the studio and answer questions about what it's like to be a parent in Hollywood.
Now grab your guardian and listen in to Stage Parents.
Hi, guys. How are we all doing? It's great to see you guys outside of the audition room and in a recording booth.
Really good to see everyone here. It's really good to have everyone together. I mean, It's funny. Our kids aren't here. Usually they always are. I feel like
I don't know what to do with my hand.
I know, it's like, now we're the star, and I hate it.
I hate it. I hate it.
I hate
I
it.
absolutely hate it, and I can't stand it, actually.
We could probably curse. We could probably curse for the first time in a while.
Try it.
Oh, my God.
Okay, but. I'm joking.
You're bad. You're
Clit.
bad.
Okay. All right.
Clit.
Okay.
That's fun to say.
Okay, wow.
Clit.
Okay, wow. Okay. How about we go around and we say a little bit about ourselves and a little bit about our kid.
Let's lead with us first. That'll be hard.
Oh, that'll be new. That'll be new. I hate that.
I'm Tiffany Boisterous' mom. My name is Janitra Boisterous. My little Tiffany is a star. She is so good. She books all the Petco commercials. She does a bunch of work in TV, lots of background stuff, and then lots of co-star stuff. And really, her career is just taking off. And I'm so excited to talk about Tiffany today. And me, I guess.
Oh.
I'm Jerry Dash, the Jerry with a G Dash. I am the father of Dallas Dash.
Dallas.
You guys know Dallas.
Oh my gosh, what a star.
Dallas is the lead in the new Survival Wars young adult series.
On Sci-Fi, right?
On Sci-Fi.
Yeah, Tiffany went out for that. That's great.
And Dallas booked it, and it's been really awesome.
They probably didn't go out for the same role, but yeah, that's great
it's
for
true.
Dallas.
I mean, they probably definitely didn't, because Dallas went out for a boy role. Tiffany probably went out for a girl role.
Yeah, she went out for the lead girl role.
Yeah, and then Dallas booked the lead guy, so it was really awesome for him. I also was a child star as a kid. So you guys might know me from Mr. Wonderful's Wacky Wild Train Car.
That was you?
That was me. I played JD on Mr. Wonderful's Wacky Wild Train Car.
I didn't know any of the kids' names because it was just kind of like a bunch of kids, but that's great.
It was 30 to 35 kids.
Wow, and Mr. Wonderful, you mean the guy from Shark Tank who has all the inventions?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it was one of the first things he did. That's where he got his name. Before he became a ruthless entrepreneur, he was one of the most joyful men I'd ever met. And we had a blast on that show. He was like a father to me.
That's great.
Like he is to all the people he
Congrats
invests
to
in.
Dallas.
Wow, I
Thank you
didn't
so
know
much.
that.
Thanks. And congrats to Tiffany on Petco. I mean, that's huge.
Thank you. It's national. It's a national.
So many
Yeah,
spots.
that's awesome.
So many spots.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm so happy to be here. My name is Nancy Reagan, no relation. And my daughter is Adeline Ray Starr. She is an emerging social media star / dancer / lead in a new Netflix movie
Wow.
called Adeline's World. And I'm so happy for you and for her. I mean, I'm not happy for anyone else. And yes, we just spend all day together on set. I am a momager. And I'm so happy to talk about our little kids today.
Oh my gosh, Tiffany is obsessed with Adeline. They've got to do a collab together.
Oh my
they have
gosh.
To. They
oh
have
my
to.
gosh. Well, Adeline would be happy to sign something for Tiffany if you'd like.
Well, I think a collab would be great. She would love something signed, but also a collab would be fantastic.
I didn't know kids do autographs still.
Oh,
What do you
kids
mean?
can. We taught Adeline how to read and write, so she can.
It's mostly selfies now.
Dallas knows how to read and write, and he actually reads at a high school level.
That's crazy. Adeline actually zoomed through all of high school, and she is an emancipated minor, so she doesn't have to do anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like she needs you anymore.
Crazy.
She does.
But she's emancipated. Usually you get emancipated when you don't need a parent, right?
And usually
Well,
it
we
happens when you
didn't-
don't like your parent.
Yeah, you usually do it for freedom.
Well, this was Adeline's little side project, and I didn't ask too many
her
questions.
emancipation was a side
A
project.
little me thing.
It was a little thing for her. I try to make sure she has her time.
And in her me time, she got emancipated. That was her hobby.
It's like
Well,
her
she's
personal
12
hobby.
years old, and she wants to do her own thing, and I am happy to be there and sign all the
That's
paper.
so fun.
Well, I don't sign any paperwork anymore, but I am there, and I'm there for moral support, and she does want me around, and she couldn't do it without me. So
No.
That's
That goes
so
for
great,
me
Nancy.
too. Hi guys. My name is Sandra Diego. And I am the mother of the 3 triplet boys at Nickelodeon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
can I get those names one more time?
You said I know these guys. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yes, I named them after the biblical
One more
characters.
time. Shadrach, Meshach, and
and
Abednego.
And Abednego.
And
Oh my
Abednego.
gosh,
Abednego.
they're on the show The Bible Brothers.
The Bible Brothers.
Crazy that that's on Nickelodeon.
It's crazy. And I
Tiffany
am
goes out for The Bible Brothers like every couple of weeks.
Well,
and
it-
Adeline books it.
Has Adeline been on the Bible Brothers? I would have known.
Yeah, she booked a co-star. It was early on. It was early on. So you may
okay.
not have known her. She was real cute then. She was a baby.
Oh, that's cute.
No.
Well, what is everybody's child's age, actually?
Well, Adeline Ray Star is 12.
That's great.
Shadrach's 11, Meshach's 11, Abednego's 11.
Oh, they're triplets, yeah.
Yes, but it's a key when raising triplets to make sure that they are all different and individuals.
Totally.
Right.
Totally.
But you got to make sure they're the same age.
Yes, but I'd say that they're accidentally the same age.
Okay.
I think it sounds the least accidental thing about them is that they're triplets.
Listen,
I
the
don't-
show is all about them being triplets, and at my house, they couldn't be less triplets.
In what way?
I make sure that they all are so different. Because listen, when they're on the Bible Brothers, they're in the same outfits. They go the same places. They get the same lunch order. In my house, we have different homes for them, me and my husband.
Wow.
We
Oh.
have the Laguna home for Shadrach, the Chatsworth home for Abednego, and the Topanga home for Meshach.
Wow, Abednego really got the short end of the stick there.
Well,
Stuck
Chatsworth
out
has
in
nice areas,
Chatsworth.
actually. Chatsworth has really nice areas,
Okay, it
actually.
does.
Yeah,
And
up
it's
in the
really
hills.
nice
it's
to
really
get
I
to
nice.
bet Tiffany's
Nickelodeon.
almost gone out for a couple of those areas.
Well,
honestly.
we actually love Chatsworth.
Okay, you
We're
do.
actually thinking about moving there. We love
Okay.
Chatsworth.
That's
area.
awesome.
So that's great. We'll have to reach out to Bendigo.
Oh, yes.
So do you like live with them still? Or?
Yes, I jump between the 3.
So do you take different shifts throughout the week? Or?
Yes. We just can't. We just want them to be different so badly. I look at what the Bible Brothers does for them, and I worry about them because they just are the same, and I worry that they won't have any individualism. So my husband and I said, let's just cut it off from the top, and let's just have them live separately.
That's fantastic. That's
awesome.
great.
That's
a really
great.
responsible love.
That's
choice.
great.
Do you follow their interests when they bring them up, or do you tell them what their interests are?
I make sure that they're all different.
Okay.
So if one is interested, Meshach really wanted to snowboard. And I told Shadrach, I told Meshach wanted to snowboard. Shadrach also wanted to snowboard. And I said, Shadrach, you're late. You can't. That's Meshach.
Oh, they have to
Wow.
submit an application
Yeah.
for a
What'd
new
Shadrach end
hobby.
up doing?
He's in choir.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Not
Okay.
even a snow sport.
No.
Great.
Well, Dallas is 9, and it's been a great age for him. He's got a lot of good stuff going.
That's a wonderful age.
9
I'm
is a
jealous of
great
that
age.
age.
I
Can't
would
wait
say
till
good
Tiffany's
age.
9 is one
That
of the
was a
best
great
because he
age.
can hit his mark. He knows his lines. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to operate as a young professional, but he's still a kid.
He also doesn't know what he's doing. You know what I
He
mean?
also doesn't.
Because like
Yeah.
when your kid hits that age where they do know they're working those long hours,
Yeah.
it's hard to grapple with.
I've
Yeah.
heard that's when you're in trouble.
And I was training him at a really early age. You know, we played pretend time, and I taught him to hit his mark and focus and say his lines. You know, right at 3 or 4 years old, I would have him say, "Hey, say this thing over and over again, and focus on this one point, and don't ever shake." And then in the side, I would crash into things. I would throw chairs down. I would make a lot of noise. I would distract him. I would say, "Fuck you! Fuck you!" And I would say, "Keep looking, Dallas. Keep looking, Dallas," because that's the kind of stuff that happened on Mr. Wonderful's Wild Wacky Train Ride. And he
Was that coming from Mr. Wonderful?
No, not yet. Actually, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was our producer. It was Sumner Redstone, who later became obviously the head of CBS.
Did you have a good experience on Mr. Wonderful's?
Bits and pieces. As a kid, it's kind of a smattering of what you remember.
Right.
So the things I do remember, sometimes playing, fooling around with maybe some young miss in the back of a costume trailer.
How old were you?
I started on Mr. Wonderful's when I was 7.
No.
And I ended when I was 16.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of came of age there. And
I mean, not 18.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't say sex.
Oh, I just mean.
I didn't have sex at Mr. Wonderful's. I just fooled around a little.
Well, Tiffany is 7. 7 to play 18. She goes out for everything. I love my little girl.
Did you say 7 to play 18?
Yeah, her range is 7 to 18.
7 to 18.
Yeah, she
I
plays.
actually, when I run into the audition room, I'm always shocked at how old she looks, how rapidly she aged.
I saw
Something
her
is going
holding.
on with that girl. Maybe I feed her a little bit too many oats.
She's so big.
She's huge. She's 6'1" now.
And what's her age?
7.
To play 18.
To play 18. Her range is 7 to 18. She really does not go out for 7-year-olds anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay,
say.
so she goes out for 18-year-old roles. That leaves none of the legal advantages of being an 18-year-old.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
That's
and the other day
why.
she's like, "Mom, this is your dream, not mine." And I'm like, "Tiffany, we love this."
Oh, how many times have they all said
Who's gotten
that?
the chat? Who's
Oh,
gotten
I've
the
gotten
chat?
that.
God.
I've
I
gotten
I
that.
hate you. You're a bitch.
Yes.
I'm so sad.
Yeah.
All this stuff. It's just them working through that.
Yes.
But I think it makes them better actors.
Yes.
I get the conversation 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
3 separate times.
Here's what I do, and you guys can do that. I say if you have a problem with me, you got to schedule a meeting. That's what I tell
That's
that's what I tell
good.
my son.
So I'm really interested in you
Yeah.
because you said that it wasn't always rainbows at Mr. Wonderful's.
No, it wasn't.
So then why was Dallas interested in the field? Because it seems like you have some scars. So why would you?
Before he started showing interest, ages 0 to 3, I was really pushing him away. I said, "Don't do this. Don't get in the industry. This was the
0 to 3.
Yeah, 0 to 3. I could tell that he was kind of interested in it, and I was scared. Me and
No,
the
that's the
missus.
time they start to
Like
show
during
it. That's the
diaper-
time
What
they
were the
start to
signs
tell
for you?
you.
During diaper time was he
Diaper
making
time.
a spectacle of himself?
It's that he was making a spectacle of himself during diaper time, and it was that thing where you can tell there's certain babies that you put diapers on, and they just are like, "This is a diaper." And there's certain babies
duds.
you put diapers on.
Like we call in the industry duds.
Duds. Certain babies you put the diaper on, and it's like they're embodying a costume.
Yeah.
So he didn't even know it. If they were Mickey Mouse diapers, he was acting a different way. If they were Cars diapers, he was acting a different way. So I started realizing he had the ability, the skill, almost like a psychic kind of attitude, because I do think being an actor is kind of a psychic ability. That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Meshach
Thank you.
thinks that.
When
No,
I
really.
put a yes. No, well, when I put a diaper on Adeline for the first time, she was kicking her legs in such a way, and it was so fascinating. And I knew they were trying to tell me something, so I put it into Morse code, and it said, "Mummy, I want to do pageants."
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And I was so shocked because I was like, wow, I had no idea. I had no idea that you wanted to be enrolled in Nashville's Little Miss Baby Baby Bottom pageant.
Oh,
But
Little
she
Miss
was
Baby Baby
screaming
Bottom.
out for it. She wanted it so badly. And so I put her up.
Yeah.
And you follow the kid's intuition.
You got to follow the kids. That's what I was scared about.
Yeah.
Because I
Right.
had some experiences, and I went down a bad path, and I had a couple warrants out for my arrest at a certain point, and I didn't want to be like that. No, I didn't want
Yeah.
Dallas to get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here we are, and he's thriving, and he's doing better than I am.
That
And
was
I think
like
it's because of me.
When Tiffany was 6 months, she was about 3 or 4 feet already, and she was sprinting. That was her sprinting.
4 feet, 6 months old.
Shot up.
She was sprinting.
She shot up, and she sprinted right into a casting director's workshop. And I said, "Okay, I'm gonna follow this for you."
Did she know what it was, though?
She had really no understanding. It was very disruptive, and she was an angry little girl. In 6 months, she was ripping and tearing. I think she was in pain because her body had shot up so quickly, and the only way to express herself was through rage. So, we captured that, and that's why she does such good commercials. Is like she can kind of dial into that rage.
Yeah.
I will say, a 6'2" 7-year-old is quite rare.
To play 18, yeah.
To play 18, I know a casting director from TLC.
Oh my gosh.
And she does all
She
the
did her
my
on
baby's too
TLC.
tall, my
Yes.
son is too short.
Well-
I could give you her card if you want.
All right. I think we know actually enough casting directors. We know a lot. Like me and my
You
girls.
should call
Right.
Ripley's
know a lot.
Believe It or Not.
Yeah.
Ripley's?
You could
We
book.
I do know a casting director from Ripley's, believe it or not.
Oh my gosh, Maurice. Yeah,
Did you see that call recently? That open call the casting director sent out for
Yes.
Ripley's?
Open
Yes.
call looking for
Yes.
6 to 18 weird disformed
Yeah, they said
chicks.
freaks.
Yeah. They didn't have any. They didn't have any category for super talented megastar dancers, so I did not submit
Yeah.
Adeline
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah,
That's
that's
interesting,
great.
though,
They
that
didn't
you
have
all-
any yeah, I noticed that too. Actually,
Yeah, it's tough.
It's interesting that you all follow your kid because if I follow those boys, last time I did that, I got tied up and thrown into a dumpster.
Wait, really? They did that to you?
Yes, they have to be careful with the boys.
Oh, boys will be boys.
Boys will be.
Who did
Sound
that
a little
to
bit
you?
like the Menendez brothers.
Is that what you keep them separate?
I have to because they get so mischievous, and I'm a slow woman. I can't run fast. I can't think fast. I like to take my time. And these boys, by age 4, they caught mommy in the shower and pushed me down. These boys pushed me on the ground, and I was so slippery, and I couldn't get up. And they were laughing like little elf boys.
Does sound a little bit. Like
And that's when I said,
Yeah,
"Yeah, the Menendy." But I.
she doesn't know what it is. It's best not to tell
The
her.
Menmansies. So I
She doesn't know what she's agreeing with.
had a problem with it. So, but I think it's exactly what you're saying. I think it's exactly what you mean, and I really.
So what's everybody's technique for auditioning?
Oh yes. Well,
yes, because I've got my technique. Me and my girls get together and we workshop all our kids. But I'd love to hear.
Doesn't
everybody else.
Adelaide have a master class?
yes, she has a master class. It's a 12-step technique for how to prepare for your auditions. The first steps 1 through 6 are made public. Steps 7 through 12 are made private because we can't reveal everything because otherwise we'd have 1,400 Adelines running around and there'd be no roles for Adeline,
Yes,
Yeah.
but good for her to also have a side hustle to get some money in coming from the other side.
Yes, we want to get her into the masterclass acting teacher
Universe,
lane as much
yes.
as possible because, as they say with stage kids or with actors, with child stars, you never know when it's going to turn. You never know when the big P is going to hit puberty, and you never know when they're going to get
Don't
ugly.
even will it into existence.
You never know when they're going to get ugly.
1 year old. 1 year old.
I can't even talk about that with my boys because that means they'll get extra strength, and I can't.
You gotta
Oh,
be
it's
careful.
tough. When Tiffany got all of her extra strength, it was hard for us. Yeah, it was really fun though.
Dallas
That's
is
tough.
weak. Dallas is really weak, and so I don't have.
And boys bloom
problem.
later. Boys bloom later.
Boys bloom later, and I'm excited for him because I think we're already planning what that strategy is going to be, and we think he's going to really blossom. It's a really hard thing for child stars because obviously they're cute. They're going through puberty. They play freaks on TV and movies, and then there's silence because we have to wait for them to become men and women, and
Yes.
then we have to wait to objectify them then.
Yes, we've made special arrangements with a cryogenic chamber.
Yeah.
So we're going to put Adeline away for a while once
Great.
she starts to turn. When she starts to turn and those horrible pimples start to show up, we're just going to put her away for a while, and then we'll release her at age 16, which, as we know, is the sexy age for girls.
Yeah.
Right. And for boys, it's 40.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Oh.
joking. That's what I'm saying. I'm 40.
Oh,
That's a joke.
yeah.
You're funny.
No, it's 17
You're
for boys.
funny.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Yeah, I think what's funny to me is it's hard for acting auditions and stuff. We were
Yeah.
talking a little bit about that. Dallas did a movie recently with Jeremy Strong,
We
Jeremy
love
Strong.
him.
We love
love
him.
him.
I've been
We
trying to
love
get
him.
Tiffany
We
in front of
love
him
him.
forever.
Well, be careful because Jeremy Strong has such specific acting methods. Now I got a little 9-year-old method boy on my hands.
Oh.
Yeah. So
You do.
The Survival Wars, the movie that we're shooting right now, is a TV show, it's a science fiction show where, it's basically the Hunger Games is a TV show. That's how they even described it to us.
Don't tell me Dallas is sleeping outside.
Yeah. He's sleeping outside, and it takes place in the future. So he walks around beeping and booping everywhere.
That's so method.
Oh,
It's
so he's
so
method as a
method.
robot.
Yeah, and it's like it's stupid. Like I'm just like
He sounds
it's
weak.
fine. I mean, I gotta let him make his choices, and I gotta let him do stuff because I wouldn't have kind of made the breakthroughs that I did on Mr. Wonderfuls if I didn't get to make my choices. But it's just like I don't know if this is gonna yield. Like having a little method actor in your house is annoying
Yeah.
because it's like this is playing pretend, and it's like you get paid to do that.
That's
Wait to do
tough.
that. you know
Oh,
what
that's
I mean?
hard.
That's hard.
That's so hard.
Yeah. Thanks.
No problem.
I'd love to know because to get into this world, did any of you have acting aspirations of your own? Like, is there any element of that at play?
You guys know my answer, so I don't have to say that. But
Well, I would say no. I mean, I did go to theater school, go
Mm-hmm.
Michigan. Woohoo!
Because you do fight for Tiffany like you're almost an actor as well. Like you have the hustle in you. I can see it behind your eyes.
Thank
Have
you.
the
Yeah,
drive,
no.
yeah.
So I was in Michigan. I would say no though because like after Michigan, I moved to LA and did acting. Did the grind for like 5 or 6 years, and it just
So
like,
this is the
wasn't for me.
trajectory.
So like, no.
That's all the trajectory of what actors do, which
I
you
don't
just
know
described.
though. Like,
Did you
I
do
just-
iOS?
I did iOS at the time. It was really fun.
Did you do Leslie Kahn?
I did Leslie Kahn, all three. Her triage.
Yeah.
Where she like does medical stuff to see how bad you are.
And I love her I love Leslie Kahn's medical stuff.
Oh, you have
For
to take it. You
triage.
have to
You
take
have
it.
to
Before you
take it.
even think about stepping foot in a casting office, you have to
Yeah.
take Leslie Kahn's medic course.
Yeah.
The medical stuff. I had each boy do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good.
I love it. I love
I
it
would
when you
say no.
Dallas did the class. He stood up at the front of the class, and Leslie Kahn said, "Let's all type him medically." Turns out he was hypoglycemic, and they called it in the.
No way. I heard that happen with another kid with
That's
leukemia.
so good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that
Leslie Kahn caught someone's
Yes.
leukemia.
early leukemia.
Yes, and then that actor booked ABC the next season.
Wow.
Wow, have you guys done the CPR course with Richard Dawson?
I love that. I took it.
That's a really good.
Yeah, I
one.
took it myself.
That's a really good. one.
That leads into a great question, by the way, because I do want to know if all of you guys did acting before. But who are you working with? Like, what acting coaches are you working with?
Oh,
Just
I
like-
could never reveal that. I could never reveal that.
That's fine.
I could never reveal that.
That's fine. I'm with this guy named Bobo.
You are or
Or
Tiffany?
you're.
We both are.
Okay, so you're an actor.
So
So
you
you're
are.
an actor.
So you are.
No,
acting.
no, I don't do that. I'll just go on auditions every once in a while,
Okay.
like commercials and stuff. But Tiffany is the star. She is, I'm telling you, she's 6 feet of power.
Are you at John Rosenfeld Studios?
I do John Rosenfeld. Yeah, me and Tiffany signed together. And John is
wow.
very confused as to what Tiffany's age is,
Yeah.
which is good, I think. That's like the best place you want to be as a 7-year-old. Nobody can put you in a category, and you're young. It's kind of like that Robin Williams movie when he's Jack, He's like, he looks 40, but he's actually a 17-year-old boy about to graduate high school.
Yeah. Well, Dallas is at Doug Warhit for cold reading, and then he's at Anthony Mindel for snake bite repair.
Snake bite
Oh,
repair.
very good.
Snake bite repair.
Yeah, I've heard Anthony Mindel does amazing snake bite repair.
Yeah, to try to fix your snake bites. Yeah.
Shadrack's at Chatsworth of the Arts. Shadrack is at Chatsworth of the Arts.
I've heard that's fantastic.
Meshach is with the acting teacher who lives above the Americana.
Oh,
Her name is blanking from me. And Meshach is doing online coaching with a woman who lives in Des Moines.
Does she have any sort of?
No, they just get along so well.
What about Abendigo? What's he up to?
Bendigo is at a downtown Disney acting studio.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
I love Downtown Disney.
Downtown
And we
Disney is
love-
so fun.
It's so much fun. I
could
like to
just-
go there instead of the real Disney.
Literally
No,
can
yeah.
I can let little
It's a mini
Tiffany
town.
off the leash and she just goes crazy
It's
down
so
there.
fun.
Do you do a child leash for Tiffany?
Oh yeah, you've got to.
Do we all do leashes? I do a leash.
We've got to.
I did a leash, but then it was very clear that she didn't need to be because she's
yeah.
emancipated, so you
Well,
can't really
Tiffany
put her on a leash
hates leash.
anymore.
She's like gnawing on that thing all the time.
I have a leash, a harness, a dog collar, and a GPS
wow.
for each.
You're tracking
The
them
only
at all
thing they
times.
share.
Oh, yes. I've gotten lost and turned around because they drugged me, threw me into a hot tub once outside of Anaheim. I
This is
didn't know. And they
Clearly Menendez brothers.
I think that's exactly what they are.
You
Doesn't
gotta
know.
look up what
She
it is.
doesn't
They're
know.
such hopeful little
You
boys.
gotta. God. Here's my question. You know,
What's your question?
a lot of people don't know this, but when you
I'm just wondering.
thanks. A lot of people don't know this, but when you try to get your children work, they do a lot of interviews with the parents, right? We get our own interviews because in the industry, sometimes we're known as difficult to work
I
with.
can't believe it, right?
Can you guys believe
I
that?
can't believe it.
But that's
I
the
know.
olden days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
are
yeah.
those
It's not like
crazy
now.
parents.
It's
Not
not
like
like now.
now.
It's not
It's
like
not
now.
like now. Everyone's super normal.
Super nice, super normal.
Super nice,
Everyone's
super
so normal.
normal. I'm just here to be casual, to support my daughter, and to hand out little postcards with her name on it that everyone can
Yes.
keep in their wallets.
Because-
every shoot I go on, I hand out a little postcard.
Good. I mean, our jobs are even more intense because we have to. I manage all three boys' social media accounts. Do you?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
And in
Yes.
the bio, it says managed by mommy.
Yes.
And I that's a lot. I have to do the Twitters. I have to do the Instagrams. And think about that 3 times over.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult because Adeline is literally a social media star.
Yeah.
And so that was all me.
How
I
many
had
followers
to do
does she
that.
have?
She has 100 billion on Instagram.
Wow.
Wow.
She has.
That's the most anyone's ever had.
That's more than Kylie Jenner.
insane.
It's more than there are people on the planet.
Yeah.
So I made
So
sure.
everybody and their brand accounts that they also run and their
And the
Finstas.
bots.
And the bots.
The bots, the Finstas.
Oh, the bots
brands.
love Adeline. The
like-
bots absolutely adore
It's like the beginning of
Adeline.
Lion King. It's Circle of Life. Everyone's coming from all over, and then we raise Adeline's Instagram. Everyone's there.
We also have we've made sure that there are there's a whole because there's an entire underutilized demographic of the dead, and those people.
How far do you go back?
That's so true. Can you find their following?
1300s.
Wow. Wow.
We I hired someone. We perused a lot of like old public records
I need that.
from
I
multiple
need your
countries,
info
and
on
so
that.
we went through and we made Instagram accounts for the different, the peasants, serfs, lords, anyone you could think of.
They would want that.
They would want that, and so we did a little
serfs.
analysis, the serfs, on what each person would be, what their interests might be, and sure enough, they all aligned with someone who would like Adeline and her dancing videos.
What part? What part of that did they
Well, so there was this peasant named, just as an example off the top of my head.
out of one of the 100 billion?
Off the top of my head.
Sure.
So in the
Sure,
1500s,
sure.
there was a peasant named Jeremiah. He lived in London, and he was a carpenter.
Wow.
He was a carpenter, and he died of the plague at
Aw.
age 22. He had a wife and 2 children.
Poor thing.
But here's the key. He had 2 children. Children is what Adeline is. And so we were able to match that. We ran it through a
You were able to
computer.
match that. What a relief you were able to match
That's
that.
crazy.
I know, it's such a relief. And we were so shocked and honored at how many of the dead seemed to respond to Adeline.
That's great. I need that info.
That's amazing.
I need that info.
That's
God,
amazing.
I would
Yes, I
love
could
to
give
get
you-
Shadrach,
Yeah.
Meshach, and Abednego followed by the dead.
That would,
Me
can we?
too.
Yeah, let us know
Team
if.
Boisterous
A real
needs
army
those
of
follows.
I think
so
they'd.
to speak.
I think Jeremiah would love the survival wars. 'Cause it sounds like he was living it himself.
I don't know if he would. But I think they're different genres.
Jeremiah would
I
love
think they're
Team
different
Boisterous.
genres.
Jeremiah would love Team Boisterous. It's our joint
I don't
Instagram
know.
account.
I don't
It's
know.
really
It seems
fun.
like he's really locked into Adeline. So, I mean, we can try. We can run it through my special computer and see.
Great.
This
Let
special
me know. So it's not
Definitely
even
let us
it's not
know.
even a software or anything. It's a special
It's a
computer.
special computer.
Special computer. It does its own thing.
I wonder if like presidents can get followed by the dead, like for important like
Oh.
legislation.
Yes, I know that could be a huge problem for democracy. We didn't even think about that.
You might have just ruined democracy, Nancy Reagan.
Don't let.
Well,
We'll
you
just
heard
have
it here
to see.
first. Nancy Reagan ruined democracy.
Well, I'll tell you, Dallas is an influencer on Venmo, and that is exhausting. I don't know if your kids are getting into being a Venmo influencer.
I haven't heard this. Tell us about what's happening.
So it's a brand deal kind of thing where people love to see what Dallas is buying. People love to see where he's going, what he's spending. Right now, it's a lot of Menchie's. He's going to a lot of Menchie's, a lot of Yogurt Lands, and it's just we're doing a lot of partnerships where they give us money to go buy food at these places, and then we spend it on Venmo. We Venmo the cashiers, which is problematic because it's not actually Venmoing. You know, it's like
it's not going to the company.
Dallas Dash Venmo Tiffany. You know, not your Tiffany, but somebody.
I was really hoping
Dallas will never Venmo
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
This makes so much sense though because I was going on Venmo the other day to pay each housekeeper in each home, and when I clicked pay, it said, "Do you want to pay this person with Dallas?" And his name popped up, on ways how you can be driven and told the directions by Christina Aguilera or Santa.
Oh, yes.
Dallas popped up, and it said, "Do you want to pay the housekeeper with Dallas's
So
face?"
it goes straight through Dallas's
here's where it
account
goes.
and into the...
It comes to us. We have to send it to where you need it to go. We're like an old-timey phone operator, but with money now. And so,
Doesn't really make
So
sense.
you're running like
so
a
then
bank.
he sends a video and he goes, "Hey, this is Dallas Dash. Thank you so much for sending me money. I'm going to send it to where you want it to go. Got a dash." And then he does his thing,
So
you know.
he's like
That's
the embodiment
genius. Got
of
a
Venmo.
dash.
Thank you, yeah.
What a deal that probably was.
This does make sense why now in Dash's previous movie. What was it? It was the sci-fi one.
Oh yeah, it was the existence battle.
Oh, the existence battle. There was so much Yogurt Land in that.
They-
In all of the
Yogurt
shots.
Lands, they were like saving there. They were hanging out there.
Yeah.
It must have been quite a deal to work
They were,
out.
yeah. It was a post-apocalyptic Yogurt Land, and they holed up in there, and then they were like, "Oh, it's still cold. It's still cold." You know, there was a lot of that.
What a huge deal for Dallas.
What a huge
We love
deal.
brands. I'll just say Dallas loves brands. He comes up to me. He says, "What are some?" It's so funny. When he was 4 years old, he came up to me, and he said, "Daddy, I want to integrate with brands." Use my personality to spread awareness of different types of branding. And
Boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys. And I said, well, we got to get you on that. And it's been really a huge blast. And it's what is his passion. Dallas's passion is promoting brands.
Yes, Adeline said a very similar thing to me when she was 3 years old. She said, "Mummy, I would love to collaborate with brands." And I would just like to say, she still would like to collaborate with brands if anyone is interested.
Dallas is open.
Tiffany would actually auditions for brands. She goes to commercials all the time.
Yeah, we know she auditions. She goes out for a lot. You've already told us.
She goes out for a lot, so she would actually love to work with brands. When she was 4, she was just yelling a lot of that time.
Oh,
Yeah.
we would love to work with brands too, but it's so hard to get the boys signed because I want them to get different brands.
That's
but
fine.
people only want them as a trio.
Oh, what a shame.
Didn't I see that Abendigo just signed an exclusive deal to be the official face of ammonia? The chemical? The cleaning chemical ammonia that cleans anything?
So that was the only brand that reached out to just Abendigo. And I said, great, Abendigo can have his own thing. And my husband said, what is this? This is a chemical. What are we doing? What kind of IP is this? What do you mean branded content does he have to make on his gram? And I said, honey, it's Abendigo's. Let him have his own.
And it's
thing.
confusing because I don't know why Ammonia would want to promote themselves to 11-year-old boys.
I think
That
they're doing
seems
the
like a
Tide Pod
lawsuit
thing. They're
waiting
doing the
to
Tide
happen.
Pod thing.
They're doing the Tide Pod
They're
thing.
jumping on the Tide Pod
Oh,
initiative.
they're like, don't drink ammonia. Wink, wink, wink. Don't do it.
Don't drink ammonia.
Don't make this go viral.
Yes,
Don't
yes,
do it.
yes. And Abendigo loves to do these backflips, and I think Ammonia loved that.
Oh, yes.
I bet ammonia loves
I
it.
bet
I
they
do.
loved that.
I do. I love
That's
it.
fantastic. That's
Adeline
great.
can do 4 backflips, just so you know.
I'm
Okay,
sure
so-
Tiffany could do a couple.
So do you guys like?
I don't know. She's pretty big.
She could do it.
A
She could do
backflip
it.
is 90%
She's
confidence.
extremely athletic. She runs like a horse.
What do her doctors say about her?
Doctors are amazed every time I bring her around, and they go, "This must be, a 30, 40-year-old woman." And I go, "No, she's 7."
I
And
hate to
Tiffany
bring.
goes,
I don't think she's going to book theatrically. I think
She's-
she's going to book
she's-
Ripley's and
she
TLC.
is.
I think you should.
She
I
just
think you
booked-
should pivot. You should book the. You should go the Ripley's.
Go the freak
No,
route.
no. That's my daughter. That's my little baby girl.
Wait,
Do you have a freak agent?
No, I would
No,
never
but
have a
it's nothing-
freak
it's
agent.
nothing bad. It's just that
No.
you aren't the chameleon. You are the freak. Like you.
Do you guys even know? Tiffany is signed at CESD Adult Division, okay? She doesn't need a freak agent.
UCSD?
That's a school in San Diego.
CESD.
Do you not know? It's pretty big commercial agency.
Okay.
Oh, yes, if you say so.
I know.
She just did this Petco job where she's playing a mom with a 7-year-old, and she was confused. It was I had
think
to
it's gonna
explain it to
fuck
her.
up her identity.
That's
I
weird.
really
I
think
think
it's
that's
gonna
weird.
fuck her up.
She's quick. She's very fast.
I know you said she's like a horse. I
She's
think
plays sports like nobody I've ever
I'll
seen.
tell you, since you said it, I can't stop thinking about being that casting director, just working really hard, and then all of a sudden, boom, door flies open, a 6-month-old that's 4 feet tall runs into my office?
Very aggressively.
Bewildered?
Very
Scared?
aggressively. Well, that casting director said, get this girl into commercials. And I said,
She said that.
yeah, she said, get this girl. It was either get this girl into the commercials or get the hell out of here. I couldn't
one
remember.
or the other.
It's tough to hear casting
We
directors
don't
sometimes.
always know that.
But yeah, Tiffany's amazing. She's so boisterous. It's so fun.
Wasn't she pinned for Guinness Book of World Records?
like
I don't
that's the
wanna talk
shit
about
she
it, but
should be
yes.
doing. I don't
largest,
think we should act like those
largest
are bad.
5-year-old.
Oh, yeah, a couple
years ago, 2
Oh,
years
so the
ago.
pin didn't go through.
They found a different
Well,
one.
she was
veil?
on the veil
found a
for
taller one.
5 days, and then they found a taller 5-year-old.
Oh.
And she was so upset. She was so upset. She just went on a binge. She ate 30 pounds of McDonald's in a day.
Oh,
That
and
seems unrelated.
just
Why are
went
you
for a
weighing the
swim in the
McDonald's like
ocean.
that? Why are you
You've
weighing?
got to. When you order that much McDonald's, it has to be by the
I'm
pound.
sure that.
Now that seems like a brand deal as well.
Well, I wanted to, but you just go up to that cashier and I said, I want 30 pounds. Whatever you have, I want 30 pounds
Just
of it.
put it in the bucket.
Just
put it in the 30-pound
trough.
bucket.
She's eating.
Do any of your kids have albums?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes,
yes.
an
Yes.
album.
I believe
We each have 3.
Wait, what's Tiffany's album?
What's Tiffany's album?
Tiffany has like a
I
kid's
think we
bop.
actually have a little bit. You brought some of her
Yeah.
album,
Yes.
right?
Thank you guys so much for giving me
Yeah.
this excuse.
I think
to
we have
bring
a tape player around
yeah.
here.
Well, it's like a kid's bop where Tiffany just kind of does like covers of songs.
Yeah, let's put the tape in.
This is Love Shack by Tiffany Boisterous. Well, I got me a car, Love Shack.
Okay, I've heard enough. She has
She's
a
such a
wonderful,
little angel.
wonderful, deep bass voice.
What part of the song is that?
She kind of freestyles. She doesn't really know how to read because she's only 7, so she just
Oh,
listens and responds.
Okay. I'm dying to hear Dallas's tape. Can you play
Oh
Dallas?
yeah, what was
Oh, yeah,
what
yeah,
did
yeah.
what music is Dallas?
Dallas released a trap album. And I couldn't control this, but he just loves trap music. and
Wow,
trap
that's
house
great.
and
Well,
stuff.
I remember you also released an album when you were a kid. It was like a grungy, so it's fun, like Father Like Son.
It was called The Dark Side of Mr. Wonderful.
Oh
And-
wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
can we
yeah.
play Blow both?
Yeah, we can listen to
Can we
mine
play
and we
both?
can see what.
Let's put them. Let's compare them.
Okay, it's great. So this is mine. This is from 1994. This is The Dark Side of Mr. Wonderful. This
Okay.
is a title track. It's called Shades of White. There are many ways to find yourself. Look around. Take a book of the shelf. But don't you know that the secret is everything in you is what makes you who you are? Be yourself. It's totally cool.
There's like not a lot of specifics
Yeah,
with
not-
Mr. Wonderful.
No, that one.
Sounds very positive, actually.
Well, I was not allowed to talk a lot about.
That's what I
him.
was wondering because
He was
the title
litigious.
is very like, oh, you're about to.
but that was the 90s, though. It was all
Yeah.
about the title. It was all about the title.
And that was inspiring. That's actually the last track. The rest of the album is really, really in depth about the deep, dark secrets of what was going on.
Yeah, that's
the kind of
tough.
stuff that was happening. My best friend on the show, Charlie, got addicted to Listerine during the show. And so
It has
it was a
alcohol
lot
in
about
it,
that. It has
yeah.
alcohol in it.
But
and he
this
was
track
struggling.
was the only one that took, obviously, because
This
it
is the
probably
one that
doesn't
took.
talk about that other
It
stuff.
was malleable, and
Probably a
everyone was kind of like,
song
"Oh, I
vers-
can't relate to a Listerine addiction." Yeah, stuff like
let's
that.
do Dallas's now.
Great.
His trap album.
Yeah, great. Yeah, baby, Dallas. I get money I get money, I get bitches, I get money. I get money, bitches 24/7 down the screen, on the clock. Watch out, I'm gonna rock with my cock. I'm gonna turn it off. I don't like listening to it.
Yes,
he sounds so weak.
He came right out with it.
Really weak.
You know, Adeline.
I swear
Adeline
to
and him
God.
should collab because we
And Tiffany.
yes,
She's a
well,
freak.
Adeline again is happy to sign anything that Tiffany would like to have.
And Tiffany is also very happy to sign things.
We actually,
sure.
there is. Did she go out for Tiffany? Did she go out for a role? And you said she went out for Survival Wars, right? As
Yeah,
the
she
female
went out
lead.
for Survival.
Because there are these characters called the Fluggies.
Fluggies. Yeah, she went out for a lot of the Fluggies.
She went out for the Fluggies.
Fluggies roles.
Because
Yeah.
she would crush as a Fluggy.
Yeah, she was so close to getting it.
So when you said she was close to the female roles, you meant the Fluggies.
The Fluggies, they're female Fluggies. They're like these giant orcish, disgusting creatures.
Oh, she gets so close, and it seems like she's so perfect.
Yeah,
for
she
those
Because what's
roles.
crazy is I've seen pictures of Tiffany, obviously, and because we were doing this panel.
Yeah, we all sent each other photos.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I've seen pictures of Tiffany, and what's crazy is when you sent the photo, I was like, wait, isn't this the makeup for the Fluggies? They went, they used her likeness exactly.
Yeah, they based the character. It was really heartbreaking because it said
It's
Fluggies
awful business.
a la
hard sound.
Tiffany Boisterous. You know, they
Yeah.
used her name in the breakdown. What you were saying, Adeline's music.
Oh no! Well, yeah, I
hurts.
just think you've heard this song on the radio before.
Play it,
I'm
play it.
sure it's everywhere. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so this is her, and it's been criticized for being too old for her, but I don't really hear it. So let's see. Oh baby, baby, take me to your bedroom and let's see where it goes. Let's go to the bedroom and do what girls do. Oh yeah, taking off my shirt and putting it back on. No, 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 you don't get. Let's go to the bedroom, yeah.
So Jeremiah from the 1300s, identifies.
He loves that song. We ran it through the computer, and it seems like Jeremiah is the exact type of customer who would have gone to Jingle Ball. And that's where this song premiered.
Kiss FM's Jingle Ball.
Kiss FM's Jingle
So
Ball.
Jeremiah would have loved Jingle Ball. He would have gotten a babysitter for his kids, and we've
Yes,
gone to
exactly.
Jingle Ball.
If he didn't get the plague, he would have hired a babysitter.
Wow.
Wow. Well, I feel like all this music is just right on par. That song, Tiffany's rendition of Love Shack.
Sure, which sounds more like a recording of a karaoke.
Yeah.
Do your boys
Experience.
have any? Do they do?
They must do
They
music.
do any sort
Yes.
of acapella or anything?
Yes, they each. Oh, not together. No, no,
Oh,
no, no,
yes,
no.
it is.
Oh,
They
I thought it was like
cannot,
a
no.
Naked Brothers band, like Bible Brothers.
Yes,
Nickelodeon
we won't allow that in my
loves.
house.
Lemonade
we
Mouth,
won't allow
Jonas
that.
Brothers.
We are literally terrified that these boys will be blended together. And also their safety when we separate them. So they each have their own. They each have one EP each. All very different.
What are the different genres?
Shadrach is a concert violinist.
Wow.
Wow.
Meshach sings jingles.
Okay.
And just like on his own.
Oh, like for brands.
Just no, on his own. Doesn't even go to a studio. And Bendigo has a sad girl rock.
Oh, we love that.
That's nice.
For boys.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Rock
great.
for
Like
boys.
Olivia Rodrigo, but
Exactly,
boy.
exactly.
That's
That's
incredible.
great.
Did you bring any music
We should
today?
do a collab.
No.
Ah,
Hey,
What?
can I talk to you?
I
Yeah.
think we all need to talk to you.
What?
It shows that you're green in the momager
Oh, I'm
world.
not green.
You're green in
It's
the momager
showing that
world.
you're green.
Because when you
What?
lead with wanting to collab with everyone,
Yeah.
it looks like you just entered the momager scene.
Sweetie, this isn't how you book.
No, you have to earn your stripes as a momager.
Yeah, no,
you have
yeah,
to run
yeah.
through.
Yeah.
I mean, I was put through hell on the momager circuit. I was hazed left and right by these women.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I was hazed by Barbara Bush, no relation. By Betty Ford, no relation.
But anyway,
Anyway, it's just showing that you're
Yeah,
green.
no, and I
It's
know
nothing
this,
against
and I
you.
know this, and I'm not green. Like
and
I've been-
Tiffany's not green. I know she works. You
No,
look
she's-
green when you want her to collab with everyone you meet.
Well, it's not. It's just like this is the industry. It's like maybe you guys don't understand this because like you guys don't have to like work as hard as I do. Because when you have a 7-year-old that's 6'1", just think about meal times. Think about
No, I
Have
do-
you
getting
looked
that girl
into
to a car seat.
radioactive levels near your home?
Where do you live?
I live right near the La Brea tar pits, like in the tar.
What's the water she's
In the
drinking?
Oh, so she sort of emerged.
Yeah, it was a miracle. Me and Philip, my husband, we were hanging out by the park one day and we found this baby, just kind of like covered in tar, and we said, "This is a miracle. I'm taking this one in."
And the fact that you think she can't go out for TLC and Ripley's is bonkers. You found
She
her
would
at the
crush.
tar pit.
We
She
found
would
her
crush.
we found her about at 4 months. She was 4 feet, like 3 or 4 feet at the time. She was saying, "I'm much older."
She was saying that?
Yeah, she was speaking, and I couldn't find it. I believe I found this little baby. So
Yeah,
cute.
anyway, you look green.
You look green.
You look green.
And even though Tiffany sounds ripe, she's green too.
She's
In
green.
this
What do
industry.
you mean by
And you
ripe?
need to bring her to a doctor.
She's growing.
She's like, my 7-year-old daughter is ripe.
She's not 7 and she's not a daughter. She might not even be a child.
She's
She
7.
might
know
not be
what-
And also,
human.
she's not related to you. Leave her. Let
she
her be.
is. Her name is literally Tiffany
Let
Boisterous.
her go back to the pits. Let her go
Let
back
her-
to the
She
pits.
asks
Release
to.
her to the
She
pits.
asks to all the time. And I say, "Tiffany, what are you talking about? You're not going back to the pits." She goes, "Please, mommy. Let me go back to the pits. This is your
That seems
dream,
like
not
a
mine."
pretty clear signal. Are your spouses on board with this at all?
Ugh,
Or
I mean,
or is it
Phil.
just kind of a one-person operation?
Well, my sweet boys tied up my husband to the lazy boy chair in our Chatsworth home because my husband didn't want these boys to work because they were getting power in numbers, so
That's why you separate them.
yes, so that's why once they tied him up and said we don't want to work anymore, my husband said we have to separate them. So yeah, my husband is not involved in their job.
Yeah, Ron takes a big back seat. He is absolutely our marriage has sort of gotten to this great, wonderful place where I'll be working on Adeline's stuff and he'll just kind of come in and say, "I can't believe what you're doing to our fucking daughter." And then
under the
he'll-
breath, right?
Yes, it's always under the breath.
It's always
It's
thrown
always
away.
under the
Thrown
breath.
away.
It's always thrown away, but he knows there's nothing we can do. She's already a star. The wheels are in motion.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Ron, you just got to ride the wave." And he doesn't want to.
Ugh.
He doesn't want to.
My wife goes along with it. My wife is scared of Dallas. My wife loves
But he's so
Dallas.
weak.
He's so weak, but mentally, he's my son. I created somebody who can book, who can push, who can make things happen, who can accomplish the impossible at the cost of the family house. It's hard. She loves her kid, obviously. She loves her kid more than anything, and I love him too, and we love each other. We all love each other. And when we're not working, it's good. But if she gives notes to him, he loses it. And he tries to dox her.
Oh.
He tries to cancel
Dox
her.
her.
Yeah,
Doxing
he
his
cancels her.
mother.
Yeah, yeah.
Why
He
did he
goes
try to
after-
cancel his mom?
He puts her address up, and then he Venmos different people under her account. So he'll
That's
Venmo.
tough.
Yeah,
It's like cancel culture.
he'll Venmo Raytheon. He'll Venmo Lockheed Martin. He'll say,
And those
"Wow,
are
my
big,
mom is."
easy companies to get canceled.
Yeah, well, because it's like, look at my mom as just giving money to the military-industrial complex.
Although I prefer if we didn't say anything negative about the military-industrial complex and their wonderful, wonderful weapons suppliers. Because Adeline would love to collaborate with Raytheon one day.
Yeah, and I didn't mean to say anything. I mean, Dallas really. Raytheon does some awesome stuff.
Oh yeah.
They do amazing
I
work.
love Raytheon. They're so good. They approached us one time asking a ton of questions about Tiffany, and it
Yes,
was
'cause
just
she's
really
a
fun
freak.
to collab with them. It
Yes.
was really fun to collab
Yes,
with
was
them.
it about her ability in war and like
It was this idea, this pitch of a new show of making Tiffany some sort of super soldier.
Not a
like,
show. That's for
unleash it-
national security.
Unleash them on
Yes, this
whatever enemy.
Did you sign like classified documents?
It was a couple NDAs, so I shouldn't
Can I
say
ask
too
something?
much.
Can I ask something? What happens when Tiffany gets cut?
Oh, she does not do well.
Okay. Does she
it's-
bleed?
She kind of bleeds, but it's not. It doesn't look like.
Is
you
it
know.
kind of
Is it
tar?
dark?
It's dark.
Is it tar?
It's as black and thick. It's kind of like tar. I don't think it's tar, but it does look and taste a lot like tar.
Taste.
And she just starts. She kind of starts
So
growing.
was it
It's
you or your
kinda
husband
crazy.
who licked your daughter's blood?
Phil, I licked it for sure. Phil wants nothing to do with it.
Can I say something that is so glaring to me
He's
about
just,
all of us?
Return her to the muck. Always, just in my ear.
Stop.
Return her to the muck.
You know, I think I rarely side with the husband in
They're
matters of
drags. They drag.
stage managing or just mommaging.
Mm-hmm.
Return her to the mud. It's where she wants to be.
And you should go back into acting.
Like we said, it's your dream, not mine. That's just she wants to act. She wants to do commercials.
Not from what you told us.
Yeah.
No.
Can I say, based off of what you said about Dallas and what you're telling me about Tiffany and just all the information.
Tiffany boisterous, yeah.
Yes, all the information combined. I know that this is recorded, and I don't want to freak everyone out, but
Okay.
I do want to be vulnerable for a second. It sounds like we're all scared of our children.
I'm afraid of how big Adeline will get. I'm afraid
Exactly
of
what
how
I'm
talented
afraid of.
she is.
I mean, she's followed by 1 billion people.
100 billion people. Thank you very much.
I'm also so afraid of
Like,
how
could we
big
let down our
Tiffany
walls
is going to
and
get.
just
So I'll just be
And
honest.
you should be.
Yeah.
She just keeps growing.
I'm not physically afraid of Dallas because I know if I needed to, I could deck him. You know what I mean? I could. If push comes to shove and he starts
And
saying the
sometimes-
things,
yeah,
if
they're
he starts doing the
annoying.
things he's saying, I know I could just fucking knock the wind out of him. I could just clean house him. One shot, clothesline to the ground. I know that I could. He's weak. He's 9. We used to tell people he was in an iron lung when he was a kid just because his body looked like that.
okay.
But he wasn't. Like it's just like that. I'm not scared of that. I think I
Cancel
am.
culture, maybe.
I am scared.
Oh, I'm very afraid of cancel
yeah,
culture.
scared of cancel culture. And I was scared growing up. I was scared I was going to become my dad. I was scared I was going to become my dad. Because my dad used to leave me at set and pick me up when I was done. He wasn't there with me on set. And all this stuff happened to me. And so I said, I'm never going to be like that. I'm going to be around Dallas 24/7.
Are you on set with Dallas?
Every day. Every day. I'm in the studio. I'm writing the trap music with him. I'm doing every single thing I can. I'm always around him. Always around him. Always around him. And I'm nervous that screwed him up. Yeah. I'm nervous I went the other way. I'm nervous the pendulum swing turned.
Yeah.
I'm so scared. I am so scared these boys are going to know the power they bring each other. And one day, murder me.
That's Menendez.
That's what we mean by
That's
Menendez.
Menendez.
That's
Like
not a surprise. It's not
so-
a reveal.
So Menendez, like the energy of them together,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like a good warming thing, Menendez.
No, the Menendez brothers killed their parents.
And then went to a basketball game.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Was it because they weren't booking?
It must have been.
It must have been.
It must have been. I
must
think
have been.
I fear that as well.
Yeah.
Like, I am just so scared.
You should be horrified.
You should be.
You should be.
Of Tiffany.
You should
not
fear for
booking.
your life.
Oh, not
You know?
booking.
Oh,
Go,
okay,
go.
okay.
No.
So
Okay,
we
well,
should
I think we've
collab.
been working for too long. Our on-set tutors should be here any minute.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got
We're
it.
about to pumpkin.
We're about
I also
to
got to take
pumpkin.
Tiffany on a run. She needs to get out some energy.
Yeah, Dallas is actually going to be Venmoing Joe Biden this week. So
Oh, that's huge.
That's
That's
Ukraine.
huge.
we're
If I'm-
Venmoing him $30 for Ukraine.
Oh,
Oh,
And then he's
thank you.
Biden
Thank
is
you.
Venmoing Dallas. Sorry, and then Dallas is going to Venmo the Ukraine.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Big day for us.
That's
yeah.
incredible.
What's
Okay, well,
Adeline up to?
let's all just go around really quickly and say their latest projects.
Oh, yes. I love this.
Okay, well, Adeline is going to be starring in a Netflix movie called High School, or maybe not. It's
Jealous.
Yes, it's a rom-com, just a return to the classic sort of like Disney Channel original movie style rom-com about a girl in high school who turns into a mermaid because she's so beautiful and good at dancing that she was picked by the mermaid gods to return to the sea. So that'll be out May 25th.
amazing. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego got picked up for season 15 of Bible Brothers.
Congrats.
Great.
It's a
Congrats.
moving machine. Yeah. We're really excited.
That show was older than them.
Yes. And they are the face of the show.
Well, the three
Don't ask me.
triplets
I haven't
before-
watched one episode. I won't watch my kids work. I get two in my head.
Me too. Well, Tiffany's got some big news. She just booked another Petco campaign. Super excited. She's playing a couple of the animals in it this time.
I knew it. I knew she was booking
and
those
she booked a
because she's an
non-union
animal.
horror movie called The Beast Within.
Janitra, I am worried for you.
You guys, Tiffany is the sweetest little angel. You guys have to meet her, and we have to collab.
We don't, and we won't.
You look green when you do that, and you look stupid when you think that she's a kid.
I don't know about that. I just don't know
Look,
about that.
this is some tough love. You're green and you're stupid. This is just some constructive advice. We've been doing this a long time.
I just don't think
You're
that.
green to the
I've
business,
been also doing
stupid
this
to the world.
for super
That's
long.
not a kid.
Survival Wars comes out April 15th on Sci-Fi.
Wow, very soon.
Yeah, very, very soon. So definitely, it might already be out. I don't know when this is releasing. And that's going to be, I think it's a 10-episode season, so check that out. Dallas is in every episode. He's got a great arc here. And then he's going to be D-Nasty 6 Style. His album is coming out late May. And then after Survival Wars, he's going to be in another one, another movie called The Remembrance Fight. And then after that, he's going to be, he's writing a book, which is really exciting.
Incredible.
Wow.
We're all writing a book together. It's really, really fun.
Wow.
It's gonna be
Oh, God! Tiffany's is in the window.
Hi, baby. Baby, I've got some meat.
Bring me back
meat.
to the topic. Dallas, get away from him, honey.
Why does she have so
Get
many
away
teeth?
from her.
Bring me back to
I
the
love you,
topic.
sweetheart. You guys, we have to collab.
My name
No,
is
no, no.
My name is Tiffany. I'm
Dallas,
6'5".
Dallas, run. That thing could swallow you in
Zach
one gulp.
Tiffany, try to get a collab. Make a TikTok with Dallas. It'll be great.
Don't-
Tiffany, honey, stop slating. Return to the pits.
Show your hands.
After
Show your
I'm
hands.
Go back to the
Tiffany,
muck,
full
Tiffany.
body.
Go
willing
back
to
the muck.
shave.
This has been Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists answering the question. Now that's why they call it showbiz. We'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Angela Geritana.
I'm Jeremy Colhane.
I'm Patrick McDonald.
And I'm Kylie Brakeman. Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists is an improvised Hollywood Roundtable podcast available on iTunes and Spotify.
You can follow us at AOAOAOA Pod on Twitter and Instagram.
That's right. 4 A's with 3 O's in between, then pod.
Music for this week's episode was provided by Gabriel Ponton.
Stars, they're just like us. And if you like this episode, you can give us 5 of them by rating and reviewing us on Apple Podcasts. That's all for now. Good night, Hollywood.